Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In Elden Ring, let's have a look at a few bosses. And then the DLC just came out, and I've been streaming every day. But this will be the first kind of video where I collect play that I've done on my own time. And this will be collecting a few bosses together. And then at the end there's a remembrance boss, so stay tuned for that. But first we're going to go through the catacombs and look at the Death Knight. This was somebody that I ran into early, and was like, yeah, I don't feel like I can take on this guy right now. But I have the great katana, the standard one, the generic one, I guess you could say, and I have it infused with the holy beam, Ash of War, so I can shoot that at the guy and then give me the holy infusion. And then I'm gonna summon this kind of troll iron worker guy. Trying him out, first time using him. As expected, he's very slow and very tanky. But he has some ranged attacks, which I was kind of surprised to see, so that was cool. And then he can draw the aggro, he can take a lot of hits. And then when the Death Knight is distracted, I can use the Ash of War, or I can use regular attacks. And yeah, this guy was much easier this time. And we get an axe. And an HP medallion, which actually might be helpful. I find myself using like 2 sort of defensive medallions in most of my builds here. So more HP might actually be helpful. Enemies do a lot of damage. Okay, here, let's go against the Death Knight in another catacombs. This will be the more difficult one in the northwest. And I'm going to use the exact same setup. But something strange is going to happen here, so let's have a look. So I'll evade that dash attack somehow. Okay. Restore my FP, restore my HP, and start using the Ash of War, Holy Beam. Okay, he's going to shoot us with lightning, but somehow we'll evade that as well. Okay, Holy Beam. Alright, we'll stagger the guy. And then I think from here, the boss is gonna kind of stop moving. Stop doing anything. So I'll take this chance to do some damage. Okay, there he did a teleport, but then he stopped moving after. I guess this guy's a little bugged at the moment. I'm not complaining. I'll take the chance to beat the guy. There's the ranged attacks from the golem. Okay, break the stance again, do the critical hit. I'll take it, I'll take it. Alright, and then we get a more different axe, and then... Actually, that might be the same axe. Or maybe the previous one was a short one and this was a long one, I don't know. Okay, here we are in the dragon pit, kind of a cave that's dragon themed. And then we will come across this... previously human, but took too much dragon communion and became this sort of lizard thing. Here too we'll use the holy, because earlier in this cave there was undead, and the holy was very useful against them. So let's see how useful it is against this guy. But here too, first attack, we can do the Ash of War to put the holy onto the weapon. Then we can do maybe like charge, R2s, otherwise, into the head. Maybe we can get a stagger. But yeah, I fought this guy enough times in the base game that I feel pretty comfortable fighting him. But still, he has kind of a big range with his attacks, so he can hit you like with his thigh or with his wrist, and it'll still count as like a full hit, so I feel like we're going to take a lot of damage, guaranteed, against this guy. But he does leave himself open, so I can do a lot of charge R2s, like right there. Alright, let's get in there, get the critical hit. Alright, pretty good. Targeting the belly, but I would rather target the head. We'll see if we can fix that. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, I've been collecting a lot of the Skadu fragments to increase my damage output, and I have been noticing a difference. Some of the numbers that I'm getting from my attacks are kind of reaching silly numbers, like over 1,000 or over 2,000. But it's all in line with the increased HP of all of the enemies and bosses, so... Yeah, although it was pretty shocking, although it's still pretty shocking how much damage everybody does, it's doable. Okay, there's another stance break. Critical hit, take him down, yeah. Alright, another Dragon Heart, and then a Dragon Smithing Stone. Okay, next. We'll go into the Lamenter's jail. And this guy, he was confusing me before. But what he will do is he'll summon a bunch of kind of images or clones. And then they will shoot these sort of black skulls at you. And then if enough of those black skulls hit you, then you'll instantly die. But if we use like an AoE attack, we can hit a lot of the guys at once. So I have the sword that has the best AoE attack. This is the sword from the Elden Beast, so yeah, big wave that goes out. And those are those black kind of faces, which give you the status effect. But yeah, holy damage here as well. I think holy element weapons get a bad rap in this game, but I've had good success with them, so I'm happy to show it off here. Okay, and when there's just one, we know who to attack, so we can attack them. When they teleport away, then we'll kind of go off to another corner. And then that way we'll have everybody on one side of us. We can do the big AoE. Maybe take down a lot of the images. But yeah, here I already have two of the kind of the curse faces things, so gotta be careful. But yeah, these images, I'm on new game right now, so maybe just one hit was enough to get rid of them, so... Yeah, this is what you would call a gimmick boss, but this was interesting. I didn't know what was going on the first time I played him, but yeah. Okay, so the Lamenter will disappear again. We'll find a corner. We'll wait for everyone to appear, and then we'll do the AoE. And then I went back and I farmed levels for this character a little bit more. I took my faith to 25, partly so that I could wield this weapon without having to use a talisman to raise my faith, and then also to use the incantation version of Golden Vow. I've been using the Ash of War up to now, but the incantation will give you more buff, and just looking at how difficult the DLC is, how much damage everybody does, I think I do want the improved buff, so... Yeah, it took my level even higher. But that's kind of going to be my recommendation for people that want to do everything in the DLC. Maybe take all your stats to 25 or higher. For Faith, you know, you'll have access to Golden Vow. With Endurance, you know, you can wear heavy armor, so you can take less damage per hit. With Strength and Dexterity, you'll be able to equip a variety of weapons. With Magic, you know, Intelligence, you'll be able to use most weapons, some kind of basic spells. And then MP, you'll have enough MP to summon every available summon in the game, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, 25 or higher all stats. That might be a good place to get yourself. Okay, here let's go against a Remembrance boss. Or like a main boss. This is Lorana. She's very aggressive, has long combos. And I'll use my Dragon Hunting Great Katana. Not Holy Element. And then I'm going to summon the Mesmer soldiers, and these guys are pretty good. There's 2 of them. They're very aggressive, so they're good at drawing the aggro. But also I've been upgrading the, or I've been collecting the items to upgrade the summons, and they're pretty tanky now. They last a while, even against these tough bosses. So I'm going to evade when the boss targets me, and then I will do the charge L2, Ash of War, on the boss for damage. And it's got a little bit of range on it, so I don't need to be right next to her. Okay, critical hit here. Doing good damage. 8,000 damage, that's crazy. Okay, and then some hyper armor on that Ash of War skill as well, so even if I get hit, I can kind of power through the damage, not lose my attack. But there goes Lorana, we got the Remembrance, and that's a few boss fights. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.